Hi everybody, it's Joni here at Joni's Journals. How are you doing? I just came along for what's hopefully going to be a quick little video today. I have been playing and making ephemera for the Joyful Youth journal that we made the cover for a few days ago, last week I believe it was. So I've been making all these little journal cards using the photos and some Tim Holtz ephemera. And I made this one. I put a little window in here, and this is a picture from, oh, it's one of Tracy's other kits. I don't know which one it is. I'll have to look and see if I can find it, and I'll link it in the description box below. And this one is made from one of those little utensil bags that you get when you go out to eat. My daughter brought this home for me from Cracker Barrel when she was there. And what else? That's about all I have made. I started these. I've done some sewing and I put collage medium over them. I have an idea for them with the distress crayons, which are also out on my desk, but these are not dry yet. I did sew them together. I printed out some of Tracy's random grungy backgrounds, and these are the backgrounds that I got from Marley Design on her KoFi. And so I'm waiting for these to dry, and I have an idea for these too, like I said, with the crayons. Let me just put them back over here where they were. And what I did was I took out some stuff. This is one of the photos that I covered with a tea bag. And what I did was I used collage medium and then some crackle paste. And while it was wet, I took a very fine, like little dribble of the rock candy glitter. And I put that on there. I kind of wanted to get like a misty vintage effect. And it's kind of cool. So what I thought we would do is make another journal card. This is, again, one of Tracy's grungy backgrounds, and the backgrounds from Marley Design. And I thought that we might just put her together. I've taken one of Tracy's butterflies. I think this is from the Flutterby kit. I've had this kit for so long and I use it so often. You'd think I would remember the name, but I don't. Oh, I did want to mention these, if you can see like the muted, misty, kind of fuzzy background on them. I don't know if I turn it, if I bring it down a little further into the light. This, what I did was I added a piece of tissue paper over the photos once they were glued down, and then I added the butterfly, and I began to add some of the Tim Holtz snippets. I can't think of what they're called. So that's what I did with this one, and I also did it with this one. You can see how her picture's a little bit muted there. And I added the ephemera after I put the tissue paper on top, and I grunged it up a little bit. So what I thought we would do, you can see my butterfly has antennas, and these are merely flower stamens. You can buy these. I got these off of Amazon, and they come in all sorts of different colors. And what I do is I glue them to the backs of my butterfly. And so my butterfly has some antennas. This little one has some baby blue antennas. I don't know if you can see the color. Maybe if I bring it up a little bit better. But yeah, that's how come my butterfly has antennas. So what I thought we would do is just put this card together today. And if we have time, I know that we worked on the photo frames last week, and we added the crackle paint. What we might do now, today, if I have time after this, if it doesn't run too long, is I might add the alcohol ink to it. I already experimented on one of them, and it seems to be holding pretty nicely within the frame, the metal frame, and not leaking out the sides, which is something I was afraid of. So what I thought I would do is I would add her photo here, kind of a little in from both sides. And then I would add our little butterfly up here like this, like it's flying in the corner, and just kind of touching her hair. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I had some ephemera that I've already inked, and I put that aside. And so I thought we could add some of that too. And then we might have to dig in the box and grab out more ephemera if I just feel like it's just too much open space on the card. I don't like empty space. I don't like it overly filled, but I don't want any portion of it to not be interesting to look at and or touch once it's finished. So there we go. We'll add our little butterfly on there, like so. Oh, is my butterfly not going to stick to my rock candy? Let's see. We might have to do a little extra glue on here. Let's see if we can just get it to stick and see if it stays. Okay, it's staying. All right, and then let's grab, whoop, I'm using a little dollar plastic cutting board from Walmart. I had bought a bunch of them, and I really don't want to dirty up my brand new mat that I got for Christmas. And let's add this up here, like so. I just like it to look a little bit interesting. And even though I remembered the name, they're called field notes. My field note snippets aren't really in tune with Joyful Youth. She can't barely read them anyway. So I just figured I would lay these down on here, like so. And then I had a little round one I thought I could kind of put in the middle. Yeah, we're gonna need to add something down here. That's just a little too empty for me. I have an idea for one of the journal cards I already made, because although they may look done, they're really not. I wanted to take one of them and put some holes in it with some grommets and put some string through. Okay, yeah, this is way too empty for me. So I'm gonna grab my little bucket and just grab out a bunch of little snippets here. Let's see if we can come up with anything interesting and colorful to add. And like my husband and my daughter are working outside laying bricks, and I think my dog wants to go out and be part of the fun again. He was out before. Yeah, that kind of looks cool, so maybe we'll do that. Okay, I think we might have time to alcohol ink those frames. And maybe if the film strip things that I sewed, if they're dry enough, maybe we'll try experimenting with the distress crayons with that too. We'll see how well it goes along. Yeah, Doggy wants to go out. He's going to have to wait because we don't have a completed fence yet. And so he's pretty much on a 25-foot lead so that he can't run away, because he will. This little guy's one of those runners. He comes when you call him if he's in the house, but once he gets outside and that adrenaline gets going, he doesn't really come back too quickly. So I don't need him disappearing into the water, which is nearby, although he hates water. He is not our pool dog. We had a Rottie Lab who just couldn't get enough of the pool. As soon as he knew we were going in, we had a 4-foot fence around our pool just to keep the neighborhood children safe and any of the animals that might be wandering around. As soon as our dog, his name was Moses, as soon as he knew we were heading for the pool, boy, he was up and running and waiting at the gate. If he could have jumped up and then opened it on his own, I think he would have. What's the matter, Bubby? Oh, now he wants to come and visit me. Let me just let him in. Come on. Come on, you want to join the fun? Come on. Okay, well, at least the door's open for him. He can decide what he wants to do. Okay. Well, oh, thank you for the kisses. All right, let's get back to work here. Let me just put my pin in my glue. And again, I'm using the Barely Arts, which I'm actually pretty happy with. I can't complain too much. All right, let's ink around the edges of this one, and then we'll call this one done. And we'll grab out the little frames that need to be inked. Okay, let's give a hold on that. And we'll just put a little ink around the edges here. And we'll get that done. Yeah, he seems to have settled in, so he shouldn't have too many problems. I'm wondering if you guys went over and saw my video yesterday where I made the box as an alternate for using with the freebie that Tracy put out. There we go. How's that? We'll just give a little ink around the edges back here. And then this one will be done. Oh, excuse me, I got an itchy nose. Let's just, okay. Yeah, I made a little box. I don't have any on the table. I've been kind of rearranging stuff in here today, trying to make room, and I've moved myself over on my desk to give myself a little space to play. All right, so that's done. Let's put that over there. We can call that one done. So that's another one we finished. And like I said, this one, what I think I might do is just add some holes and some grommets and do kind of a little string thing, and maybe I'll add a little dangle on the bottom. That's a possibility for that one, but we'll put those aside for now, and we'll add her to the fun. Are these dry? We'll give them a few more minutes. And let's take these and let's add our alcohol ink into where we put the crackle paint. And you can see I already started doing that. You can see in the corner there. It's very hard to see on the video, but it seeps into the little cracks that are created by the crackle paint. And let's just see. Let's just add oops, see, this is why I took out a plastic board. Let's just get a drop in there. Now see, that's a bit much, but let's just try to get it into the corners here. Okay, and it is seeping into the frame, but that's okay, because if you can see, it's running down to the bottom here. So let's just, I'm gonna just tilt this the opposite way, and I'm not even squeezing this. It's just like dripping out on its own. Okay, it's like waiting. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I seem to have a little bit, seem to have a little bit of a leak there. Okay, let's run some of this around. The alcohol ink dries very quickly. And there we go. Let me dab some of this off. That did come out a little bit more than I wanted it to, but we can dab it. And just wipe around here on the edge. The collage medium will protect it, and you can play with things that you add to the top of the collage medium. But yeah, there we go. That one's done. Okay, is it leaking? And it's not leaking through the back, not seeping through the side. Okay, that's good. So we have that one done. Okay, and let me wipe this off, because this appears to be way too juicy, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm going to just clean it off before it starts to leak everywhere. I know there's not a hole in it because it's a pretty solid bottle, but let's just get that way. Okay, Oh, well, I did make a little bit of a mess. Okay, let's see. We had a little bit up in the corner here. That's better. That's the way it's supposed to come out. Not in one big gigantic glob. Okay. It's still pretty cool though. I don't really care that there might be a little more there than we need because it just gives it that effect. Okay, and where else did we add some? Okay, we had a little here. Okay. I think the bottle is very full, and that could be it. See, it's leaking down. And I don't know if you can see it running into the cracks there. See how it just kind of drips down inside there? And we'll just leave it. And then I'm going to take this paper towel, and I'm going to dab off a little, just because it's very, very dark up there in the corner. And I may just leave. I don't know if you can really see that edge there, how it just kind of seeped into the cracks there. All right, well, that's done. Okay, so you thought you were just coming along to work on a journal card with me, and you're getting a 2 or 3 in 1 deal today. All right, we're gonna put these aside and get that there. And let's just see, is this dry enough to play with? I'm trying to remember which was the first one I did. I think it was this one. All right, we're just gonna, we might actually end up doing something to these that I'm not gonna like, but what the heck. It's just paper. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of my Vintage Photo Distress Crayon, and I'm just gonna add a little color here to his suit and kind of rub it around. And I'm not really sure if you can see the effect that that's giving. Let me see if I kind of push my lamp out of the way. That might be a little bit better for you. It's kind of just adding a little bit of color. You'll be able to see his suit change color here. See how that just kind of darkened it up? Let me see if I bring you down a little more. That might be better too. Let's see if we get you in there. And then we'll add a little bit to his suit. And all I'm doing is really kind of putting a little bit of a dot in and adding the color. See, you can see how that changed color. And let's see, do we have another one we can use? Let's find another. How about a little bit of a gray? This one's Hickory Smoke. And we'll see if maybe we add a little bit of gray to his suit. What kind of a smoky effect we might get. My finger's a little dirty, but that's okay. We'll end up blending 2 colors. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing the difference here, if you can tell. Well, let's put a little over here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's just a little bit of a smudge on there. So yeah, it's just kind of giving it a little bit of a different color. I just realized that you're closer. I forgot. I forgot I moved you guys down. All right, and let's see if maybe, and try to wipe my fingers off. How about if we take, we might ruin this, my friends, but we'll see. I'm just going to take a little bit of, what color is this? I have no idea what color this is. Oh, it's fossilized amber. Let's just see if we can add a little bit of yellow to her hair and see if we can make her a bit blonde. Okay, well, nobody ever really has that color yellow hair. But it's still kind of cool. And who says that it has to be yellow for her hair? Look at the color. It's I don't know if you can see what color it's changing it to. Let me add a little bit more here. Let's see. We'll just add a little bit. I know I'm drawing on her face, but I'm kind of liking the effect that it's getting. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of giving it a little bit of another kind of a tone in there. Okay. All right. Should we add a little bit of color to his hair? This little one up here. And we'll just add a little vintage photo on here. Okay. I don't think I got a glob there. I'm trying to remember which finger I used for brown. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're adding color to his hair, but we're also grunging up the background a little bit too. I kind of like that. Okay. What do you think, guys? How about, what other color can we play with? Let's just grab this again. This is antique linen. And maybe we can color up their hats a bit. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, see? It doesn't, I'm not doing too much to the picture. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of color without giving it color, like a harsh color, because we don't want that. These are vintage photos, in fact, and we want them to stay that way. Let's see what happens if we add a little bit of white. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. A little bit of white to her dress. I don't like to add too much of the white because I don't want it to start to look ghostly either. Now see, it's not doing that though. It's not making it ghostly. It's kind of making it look a little bit more of a tone that a photo might fade to. See if we can bring some into here and get rid of some of that yellow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, well, you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit more vintage photo to the guy in the top. Did I add anything to his hat? Let's add something to his hat. Yeah, see, it doesn't really add a lot of color when you do this and you keep smudging. I did add the collage medium first, so that is helping give the crayons something to grip onto. See? And you're still keeping the sepia, thank you Hazel, sepia tone of the photos, but you're just kind of highlighting spots. Okay, I think we're going to call that one done. And I'm not going to, this one's still a little damp. Well, maybe we can play with that one too. If you guys want to play with me with this one, we can try that. We'll try to add a little brown. I say I'm adding brown to a darker color, but like I said, if you start to smudge it out, see how it just brings out that background a little bit more? I'm gonna add a little here and here. I'm just gonna smudge it out. And it's not hurting it or really changing the effect of it. It's just kind of giving it a little bit more, I guess, interest. You know, because when you print these out, everybody's printer is a little bit different. And so mine may not print them the way that Tracy designed them. I'm going to add a little gray up here in the corner and drag that down too. So yeah, let's just play here. I don't want to get too much on the threads, but I kind of like that. And what should we add down here? I think we can give her a little bit of the antique linen. And you can keep smudging these out. And if you're not happy with them, I know that you can use paper towel to to drag some of the color off. But let's do a little bit of the antique linen on here because she has that creamy color background. Oh, see, my dirty fingers are bringing in a different color. And yeah, that kind of adds to that. And these are intended to be journal cards because you'll be able to write on the background of them. Let's give a little to her shirt here, her blouse, her lace blouse. Yeah, it just kind of dazzles them up a little bit and gives them a little bit more interest, I feel. So yeah, that's what we did with those, and they are still tacky. You know, I don't want to start playing with them too much because, like I said, they are, you can see here, they're still a little tacky. But we got to experiment a little with them anyway. So yeah, there we go. And I have been working, I don't know if I started to say or if I was thinking it in my head, I have been working on the signatures, and I intend to sew them in, and then we'll make some more ephemera. I have cut out a whole bunch of stuff. Let me bring you back up again because now I'm in your face. I cut out a whole bunch of stuff, and I have been working with, I don't know if you remember seeing the envelope that I made. I ended up cutting it apart. It didn't bend open correctly when I tried to make it so that I could sew it into the signature. So yeah, we're going to be taping this together with a little bit of Tim Holtz linen tape and getting that done. Oh, here's another journal card. I forgot to show you this one. This is another one I made. I use a Tim Holtz paper doll, and it is a journal card. It has the the background on it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that today. And I will be back. I'm going to also film right after this one. I'm going to film putting together the little freebie journal. I did want to show everybody how I did that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So you can see it's still kind of tacky. But here's what we did. Oh, where'd she go? Well, here's the journal cards that I made. Oh, and here she is. This is the one that we made together. And I hope you enjoyed doing that. And yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of ephemera made for this journal. I just haven't figured out quite how I'm going to make it a part of the journal, whether I'm going to make a lot of clips in and such. And but we'll see how that goes. Oh, and here's the little photos that we alcohol inked. Okay, guys, so I will be back. I'm going to do that journal. I want to get it prepared, and we'll be working on that later on. Okay, take care for now. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'm sending lots of love and big hugs, and I want to say hi to all my new subscribers, and welcome, and I hope you'll keep watching. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.